Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Sorry. Yeah, I'm in a different spot. This is my bedroom. Anyway, we're gonna be reacting to another scary animation. For some reason, those been blowing up. And congratulations to me because I'm not bragging or anything, but I got 5 subscribers for 2 videos. And if you're watching this right now, you have a 5-second timer to count down to to like and subscribe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Did you like and subscribe? I don't know. But if you did, thank you. But today we're going to be reacting to a scary animation. I already told you that, but let's get right into it. Let me go to YouTube. Oh, and if you like my channel, then hit the subscribe button right here and right here. They're right here. And watch my latest video right here. Yep. Okay. Let's look up some scary animations. Let's see if we got any on here today. Ooh, and we're going to be reacting to 2 or 1. I don't know. Okay, yeah, here's one. It's starting, and it will be starting in 3, 2, 1.
This happened today, and I'm still freaked out about the whole experience. I'm going to include all the things that happened leading up to this point to provide some context, though this would be bad enough on its own. I work at a kid's toy store, where I originally felt safe from creeps, as I've had some in the past in the food industry, where I feel there is more exposure to different varieties of people. This is the kind of store with more expensive toys that you buy every once in a while and on occasion. We don't really get too many regulars, so no matter who you are, if you come in more than 2 times, we take note of you, for various reasons. It's also in the mall near where I live, which I think is important to note. About 6 months into my employment, there was a man who came in with his daughter. No big deal. I interacted with them like I would with any customer. Right off the bat, the father seemed off. I don't know if he was drunk, tired. He said they had a long drive, but why would you go shopping if you're that tired? Or just strange. I was a bit uncomfortable, more for his daughter's safety getting home, but I tried to just get through the encounter and make a sale so they would leave. He started to hit on me blatantly, making my discomfort go through the roof. Something about how aggressive he was being, especially in front of his young daughter.
I don't think that is an appropriate one. So I think I'm gonna look up for a clean one because this is family friendly, and I'm not kidding. I don't do anything that bad. So, and the word she was using to describe him. So I'm gonna go to a different one. Okay. So let me go to YouTube again, and let me see if I can find something cleaner. Okay. Okay. I guess we'll be watching this one. Hopefully it's good.
The past few months I've been working on...
That is an ad. That was okay. I'm gonna silence it. Okay, starting.
This story happened to me a couple years ago.
Okay, it says, right here, it says, True Omegle Chat Room Horror Story, narrated by Terrence Nicholism. Okay, so.
This story happened to me a couple years ago. It happened on a Saturday night. I was typing out a school report for my English class and was pretty worn out from
Saturday
the
not my favorite night
that transpired
of
throughout the paper.
the week.
I decided to take a break and procrastinate a little bit, maybe watch a couple of YouTube videos. I needed to take some stress off my mind, but didn't really have
Me, but
anyone
when
to
I
vent
don't
or
want to
talk
work, I
This
take
gave me
like
the
an
idea to
hour
visit a
off.
chat room called Omegle. For those of you who don't know what
Oh,
Omegle
Meagle.
is, it's a chat room where you can literally video chat with random strangers online through your computer webcam. Needless to say, Omegle definitely helped with my social skills growing up as a child, so I was always active on it. I remember this one particular night. I was having trouble meeting new people. This left me a little frustrated to say the least, but that's the kind of thing to expect when you're on these kind of chat sites. That's when I stumbled upon this one guy. He looked to be around the same age group as myself and seemed like a pretty harmless individual. I decided to say hi. He didn't say anything back, he just typed the word hi in the chat box. I found it kind of weird that he would go through the effort of typing out hi as opposed to just saying hi verbally. He then waved at me and began typing something else. He introduced himself in the chat box saying, "My name is Daniel, what's your name?" I verbally said, "My name is James, how are you?" He then stares at the camera and doesn't say a word to me, completely dismissing the fact that I just asked him a question. At this point, I was convinced that this had to be some sort of pre-recorded video and that someone was just trolling me. That's when he began typing in the chat box again saying, "I'm deaf, please type in the chat box unless you know sign language." I honestly felt stupid and immediately typed, "No worries, my name is James," and gave a quick thumbs up as an act of kind gesture. He immediately typed back saying, "Nice to meet you, James," and gave me a thumbs up as well. He then typed something else that left me dumbfounded.
I'm filming.
He said, "I will use my whiteboard to chat with you going forward because my hands will be occupied." I was confused by what he meant by that, so I typed, "What do you mean by your hands being occupied?" He then starts writing on a whiteboard and raises it up on the screen, which read, "Want to play a game?" I typed,
I'll go right back to that, but I gotta do something real quick. Hey guys, I'm back. I just had to, when I said I'm filming, yeah, I had to go talk to them real quick, my friends, but they were wanting to go to a party. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I don't have friends here. I'm too young. Also, that was my grandmother. And that's it. Can't tell you nothing else because of rules and privacy of me. Okay, so let's go back to that animation. God, oh my gosh, I lost it. Lord have mercy. See if I can find it.
This is Pika.
Darn, another ad. I'll silence it for you guys. Okay.
"What game you want to play?" What he did next is... I typed whiteboard and raises it up on the screen, which read, "Want to play a game?" I typed, "Sure, what game you want to play?" What he did next is something I will never forget to this day. He held a revolver up with one hand and the whiteboard up with the other hand, saying, "Let's play Russian roulette." I was honestly quite creeped out by this guy and was contemplating on clicking the stop option to skip this weirdo. That's when he wrote another message on the whiteboard saying, "1 of 6. I was confused by what 1 of 6 meant. He then took the revolver, slipped one bullet inside the cylinder, and began spinning it with his other hand. I now knew what he meant by 1 of 6. It seemed like the guy was about to demonstrate an act of Russian roulette with one bullet in the cylinder of 6. He then puts the revolver against his head. I began typing.
I'm sorry, but that is inappropriate and I can't show it. It's over now.
The gun was real, so I typed, "Is that even real?" He then points the revolver at the wall and begins to repeatedly press the trigger until the shot was fired. I was completely blown away by what I was seeing and typed, "Dude, you could have died!" That's when the guy raised the whiteboard to the screen again, showing the message, 5 of 6. I frantically started typing, "Don't do it," repeatedly in the chat box, desperately trying to get his attention. He then began loading the revolver with 5 bullets while I gestured no by waving my hands back and forth like a lunatic. I knew the odds of him surviving this time were slim to none. He then raises the revolver again.
I'm a silence that too. Okay, here's another one. True Devil Horror Story. Maybe this one's better. God, that was terrible. Lord, help this guy. Okay, we're going to this one.
It was New Year's Day in 1995. I was in the middle of my junior year at my college, and a bunch of my friends had come down to visit me and my roommate for the festivities. We were all pretty hungover from drinking the night before, and we went out for the usual post-greasy breakfast hangover stroll around the neighborhood. Two of these friends were twin brothers. One of them we hung out with all the time. The other we just met for the first time. It was pretty normal the night before, joining in on the fun, but on this day, we were all hanging out around the local basketball court, shooting hoops with an old basketball we found in the grass. And this twin brother kept following me around all over the place with the creepiest grin I've ever seen in my life, staring right into neither regions of my soul the whole time. So I back away and then I joined the group again, and he kept following me around. When we were walking back to the apartment, it was just me and him walking down the sidewalk behind the group, and he moved in front of me. He stared at me with that creepy look again and fell down to his knees as if he was to worship me or something. I didn't know what to do or say, so I said, "Hey buddy, you alright? We're heading back now, right?" And so on. He wouldn't say anything. He'd just be there on his knees, looking up at me with this clenched face.
He said
and
be
squinted
there on
eyes
his
as
knees.
if we were looking directly into the sun or something. Later that day, my roommate said he was tripping, so I thought nothing of it and moved on with my life. A few weeks later, we got a phone call from the twin brother that we usually hung out with. And it turned out that his other twin brother went over to his aunt's house with a knife and stabbed her 14 times. She didn't die.
Sorry.
He had even called the police before going, because he knew he was going to do it, but he couldn't stop himself from doing it because, the voices and so on. The court case was covered in the media, as this was a small community where this sort of thing doesn't happen every day. I was reading one of the articles, and one of the testimonies was that this twin brother was severely schizophrenic and was hearing voices in his head. He believed to his very bones that his aunt was the devil, and that he had been commanded by God to go kill her. So who was this God that told him to go kill her?
Quick little thing. God wouldn't want you to kill anyone. Only He can take other people from us. But, let's get right back to that animation. Dang. I just gotta go. Not an animation. Okay. Darn. Did I accidentally frickin' delete that or something? Nope, I didn't. Okay, let's go back to it.
Go kill her. Well, as the newspaper article described, it was this guy in the group he hung out with on New Year's Day. It didn't take me long to realize that he was talking about me. This was over 20 years ago. I know for a fact that it was a mental illness, but just knowing that I somehow commanded him to go kill his aunt just stays with me to this day.
Okay. We have, let me see how long I've been filming. 14 minutes. Well, that was, one. So, I can't do any one, and plus it's getting late. And anyway, thank you for watching, and bye.